All right, Mike, your journey in the lacrosse world is quite fascinating. And we're not just talking about the shark attack that everybody knows about by now. But, I mean, for you, walk me through what it means to get to championship weekend after taking the opportunity for this grad transfer at Duke. Just like, have you let it soak in yet?
Honestly, not really. I would say on the plane ride back, when we're flying back to Durham, like everybody's all jacked up. Like that's when it kind of hit me. But it's beyond my dreams. I would say growing up, my dream was to be a professional surfer. It wasn't even to play on Memorial Day. And now, kind of that dream has changed. And going through this grad transfer process, some things kind of built on top of each other. And now it's like, yeah, like this is my dream. This is what I want to do. And now that it's reachable and you can almost like smell it, it's crazy. It's like the beyond my wildest dreams.
So, kid from Florida, you grow up, you talk about surfing. When did the dream, this, feel like it was at all a reality?
Yeah, I'd say at St. Joe's, we wanted to make the tournament. That was our goal. We wanted to win an NEC championship and kind of make a run in the tournament. That was what we were talking about. And then going through the transfer process and kind of realizing the schools that maybe I could attend, and Duke being one of those schools, it's like, all right, like I want to win a national championship. I want to play at the pinnacle, and I want to be around those guys who also want to do that. And it's been an epic journey, and I've chased the best experience. And the national championship is great, but like what motivated me the most the last couple of weeks was just being able to spend one more week with my teammates and being around these guys, because it's just so fun.
The beginning of the year, you get the starting job right away, which is obviously a win for you in a Duke number of goaltenders that are all very talented that you're competing with. And it seemed like you struggled a bit. What was the pressure like at the beginning of this season, stepping into that starting role, being a grad transfer on now the #1 team in the country?
Yeah, it was definitely a transition. The defenses are different. Kind of just like the first time that we played Denver was the first time I've ever played on Koskinen. So it was almost like an away game. And playing for 4 years at another college, like you're used to a warm-up. You're used to who's ever shooting on you. And kind of that changed that first game. And you got to adjust to a whole different warm-up and when to go back out. And as a goalie, you kind of develop these routines, and they're all getting thrown off. So I would say I just wasn't all that comfortable. And the coaches did an awesome job trying to get me there. My teammates did an awesome job getting me there. And the one thing is everybody kept believing in me. And that meant so much to me. And then I finally I got in that groove. I started to feel comfortable. I got my pregame routine that I wanted to stick with. And it's just kind of been building on that ever since.
Confidence is so big for a goalie. When did you feel that confidence that has kind of let you ride through the end of part of the season, where I feel like you've probably been playing some of your best lacrosse?
Yeah, I would say kind of the high point game, that the first time we played them was I started to understand what I'm supposed to do on the clear really well. I started to understand kind of the shots that I want to save and what kind of shots the defense have given up on me. So since that game, it's kind of been like, all right, like I'm meant to be playing here. I can play here and bring it, because I want to see the shots, and I'm confident, and it's good to have people confident in me as well.
So I remember when I first did one of your games, it was a couple of years ago when you were playing at St. Joe's, and I was talking to your then coach, Taylor Ray, and he walked me through how he ended up kind of having you fall in his lap as a recruit because of a call he got from Tony Seaman. And it all goes back to that shark attack you survived when you were surfing. What effect did that have on your recruiting and ultimately your journey to somehow find your way to Duke now?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing was, like, I basically, and Coach Seaman begged for me to be put on St. Joe's, and for Coach Ray to give me an opportunity. And since then, it's just kind of been a chip on my shoulder, and that chip kind of keeps getting bigger and bigger. And at first, I wanted to prove myself that I can play Division I lacrosse, and then it's like, all right, you know what? I want to be one of the best goaltenders in lacrosse. And then now it's like, you know what? screw that. I want to win a national championship, and I want to be kind of like whatever that takes to do it. I want to do that. So that's how it's kind of evolved. But yeah, it's just kind of being the underdog. But I think being the underdog is such a big advantage. So I've kind of kept that with me my whole career.
Yeah, it's worked out pretty well for you as you made your way to championship weekend. Finally, I've gotten a chance to know your brother Max a bit. And speak of Chip, he's had that throughout his career, going to Division II and then earning himself a starting role and winning a championship in the pro game. What effect has watching his career had on yours?
Yeah, I would just say kind of that underdog thing. It's a huge advantage. Like being counted out, being kind of like people not believing in you, it's such an advantage, especially when your opponent's doing that. And seeing my brother go through that and kind of fulfilling his dream and his goals and watching him work hard, it's not luck. You're not just gonna win a face-off, show up on game and win it. You gotta work hard, and that's one thing that's really changed in my game. I don't just show up and save the ball. It kind of develops in the off season, develops during the week, and then the finished product's on the field. So it's just having that work ethic culminate into the game.
Can he get any by you if he comes right down and shoots on you?
No. He should stick to face-offs and passing the ball away.
Maybe we'll see that at some point in the pro game. But for now, you got a big weekend ahead of you. Good luck, Mike. It's been awesome to watch you this year, and we appreciate the time.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.